So how do you know if maybe sometimes when that feeling rises up in you, that it's a false belief? Maybe it's your gut instinct telling you that the business is wrong. How do you know the difference? Like if you have that all of a sudden, oh, doesn't necessarily mean it's a false belief. Could it mean maybe it's something right? Like it's your intuition telling you don't go there?
No, because that's out of fear. Whenever you respond out of fear, because the thing is, if all beliefs are valid and all true, you're the one saying that it's the gut instinct. So you're blaming the gut for not actually going forth in the business. So you can do that, and then you could use the excuse that I didn't succeed because I had a gut feeling that it wasn't going to work out. Oh, look, it didn't work out. Well, because you turned left instead of right when the GPS said make a right. So that becomes a false rep. No positive belief will make your gut feel bad. All right. The thing is, if you have a gut instinct not to do something, I suggest you don't do it. If you're on top of a cliff getting ready to jump and you don't have a parachute on, you don't jump. But when you put the parachute on, you jump. So if the gut instinct doesn't, so what you want to do in that instance is not ignore it. So put the business aside for a moment and then ask yourself, why do I have this gut instinct? What belief is there telling me that this isn't going to work out? And then you address it. And then when you start to pick it apart, you transform that belief slowly, make it nonsensical. And then a new belief will enter into the place that will allow you to move in the direction as best you can in that moment with that new belief. So when that happens, address it. But that's not truly empirical what's going to happen. So don't give up on the business. Just say, why did this gut instinct hit me? And then all that will come to surface, and then you'll be able to address that. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
All right. On that note, any other questions on that? All right. So,
I have a question. Well, then, why did they always say go with your gut? Like you've heard that forever and ever. Like
yeah, you go with your gut. By all means, if you don't have a parachute on, do not jump off the cliff. But the thing is, if you go with your gut and you talk yourself out of something every time, you gotta question your gut.
Yeah.
Well, why is your gut being all bound up? Because it's a belief deep inside that isn't working for this particular moment.
Got it.
So a lot of times we get inspired to start a business to actually dredge up beliefs that no longer work for us. You might get to a point where you dredge it up and you'd be like, yeah, I don't want to start a business, I just want to go travel the world. So the universe will give you an impulse to start a business, and a lot of times it is to start the business, but just for argument's sake here, it might be just to dredge up beliefs that are anchoring you down and slowing your process down and limiting you. So yes, address it. So yes, listen to your gut instinct, but then ask your gut, is the gut sour?
Well, you might be thinking it's a gut instinct, but it's just fear.
Yeah.
Which is not the same thing.
But that's just it. What's the first thing that hurts when you're in fear? Is your gut. It cramps up. When you feel good about something, it enlightens your whole body. So so when it's fear coming up, what is it? So then you can run from it, put it aside. If you say, oh fine, I'm not going to start the business, the gut instinct will diminish, but then so will the aspects of you expanding. And that will always cycle back around and diminish the feeling of boredom, laborious living. We don't want that. So when the gut instinct comes up, address it. Why do I feel this? And that's how you examine those beliefs that come up. It's like, oh, why do I have this belief? It's time to let this belief go. And when you put light on it, you just make it, you transform it. You don't really get rid of anything. You can't get rid of anything. You can just transform. Energy transforms from one thing to the next when you give it attention and focus on it and then allow it to transform.
You mentioned boredom and laborious living. Want to talk a little bit more about that?
What happens if you keep doing things over and over and over? So the first time you did something, it was exciting. And then if you actually focus on what it is you did and use that as the excuse of the excitement, you're going to get bored. So, like if I climbed a tree and that gave me excitement as a young kid. So what happens is now I'm looking for excitement by going to the woods and climbing a tree. And that's not what generated the excitement. The excitement actually that was generated within me allowed me to climb the tree in that particular moment, but it had nothing to do with the tree. So what happens is we set up these regimented lives trying to get back to that childhood by doing this thing over and over and over, and hopefully one day it will happen. That's not how it works. Don't go to the gym to get healthy. Get healthy and you'll go to the gym. It's a mindset. Get excited about excitement and you surely will do something that's actually in the theme of why you came here.
And you'll likely find excitement in things where
Absolutely.
you didn't see them before.
The things are just perpetuating aspects of the excitement. When I looked in the mirror and I don't like my hair, it wasn't the mirror who did my hair wrong. It was the inability to mess with my hair. So I utilize the mirror and I like my hair. So that just expands and extenuates the actual excitement so it keeps going. So the outside world is a mere reflection of what it is we're thinking inside. So when you look at the outside world, you don't like what's going on. Well, if you try to rearrange, if I try to take the mirror off the wall and go to Home Depot and get another one, that ain't gonna help me because it has nothing to do with the actual mirror.